Zeus, the mighty king of the gods, was born to Cronus and Rhea, who were Titans. Cronus, fearing a prophecy that one of his children would overthrow him, swallowed Zeus's siblings at birth. However, Rhea saved Zeus by tricking Cronus into swallowing a stone instead. Zeus eventually grew up and overthrew Cronus, becoming the ruler of the cosmos. He is often depicted wielding a lightning bolt, symbolizing his power over the sky and thunder. Zeus's role was to maintain order and justice among the gods and mortals, and he presided over the council of the gods on Mount Olympus. Hera, the queen of the gods, was born to Cronus and Rhea, making her Zeus's sister and wife. She was known as the protector of marriage and childbirth, representing the ideal of marital fidelity. Hera was often depicted wearing a crown and holding a royal scepter, symbolizing her regal authority. Despite her status, Hera often clashed with Zeus's infidelities and punished his mistresses and illegitimate children. Poseidon, the god of the sea, earthquakes, and horses, was born to Cronus and Rhea, making him Zeus's brother. When the world was divided among the gods, Poseidon was given dominion over the oceans and seas. He was often depicted wielding a trident, which he used to control the waves and create earthquakes. Poseidon's role was to protect sailors and seafarers, as well as to maintain the balance of the sea. Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, fertility, and the harvest, was born to Cronus and Rhea, making her Zeus's sister. She was responsible for the fertility of the earth, overseeing the growth of crops and the changing of seasons. Demeter was often depicted holding a sheaf of wheat or a cornucopia, symbolizing abundance and prosperity. Her daughter Persephone's abduction by Hades and subsequent return to the surface led to the creation of the seasons. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, strategy, and warfare, was born fully armored from Zeus's forehead after he swallowed her mother Metis, the Titan goddess of wisdom. She was Zeus's favorite child and was revered for her strategic prowess in battle and her patronage of wisdom and crafts. Athena was often depicted wearing a helmet and carrying a shield and spear, symbolizing her martial prowess and protection of cities. Apollo, the god of the sun, light, music, and prophecy, was born to Zeus and Leto, a Titaness. He and his twin sister Artemis were born on the island of Delos. Apollo was a multifaceted deity associated with various aspects of life, including healing, poetry, and truth-telling through his oracle at Delphi. He was often depicted with a lyre representing his musical talent, and a laurel wreath symbolizing his association with victory and achievement. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, and childbirth, was born to Zeus and Leto, making her Apollo's twin sister. She was revered as a skilled huntress and protector of wildlife, often depicted carrying a bow and arrows and accompanied by a hunting dog or deer. Artemis was also associated with childbirth and virginity, and she was fiercely independent, preferring the company of nymphs and animals to that of gods or mortals. Ares, the god of war, violence, and bloodshed, was born to Zeus and Hera, making him their son. He personified the brutal aspects of warfare and was often depicted as a fierce and bloodthirsty warrior. Despite his ferocity, Ares was not as revered as other Olympian gods, as he represented the destructive nature of war rather than its glory or honor. Hephaestus, the god of fire, blacksmiths, and craftsmanship, was born to Hera without a father, either as an act of defiance or as a response to Zeus's infidelities. He was the master craftsman of the gods, creating their weapons and armor in his forge beneath Mount Olympus. Despite his physical deformity, Hephaestus was highly skilled and inventive, creating magnificent works of art and technology, including the thunderbolts wielded by Zeus. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, and desire, was born from the sea foam near the island of Cyprus, either from the severed genitals of Uranus or from the castrated genitals of Cronus. She was revered for her unparalleled beauty and her ability to inspire love and desire in others. Aphrodite was often depicted accompanied by doves or swans, symbolizing love and fertility, and she was associated with the myrtle tree, roses, and other symbols of beauty and sensuality. Hermes, the god of commerce, travel, and communication, was born to Zeus and Maia, one of the Pleiades. He was the messenger of the gods, known for his speed and cunning, and served as a guide to travelers, merchants, and souls transitioning to the afterlife. Hermes was often depicted wearing a winged hat and sandals, symbolizing his swiftness, and carrying a caduceus, a staff entwined with two snakes representing his role as a herald and protector of travelers. Dionysus, the god of wine, revelry, and ecstasy, was born to Zeus and Semele, a mortal woman. He was the youngest of the 12 Olympians and was associated with the pleasures of life, particularly wine. Dionysus was celebrated in festivals and rituals known as the Dionysian Mysteries, which involved wine drinking, dancing, and ecstatic revelry. He was often depicted carrying a thyrsus, a staff topped with a pine cone and entwined with ivy, and accompanied by satyrs, nymphs, and other revelers,